A small, copper coin sitting forgotten in a dusty jar, its true value unknown. What if I told you that one of these coins, a humble 1961 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, could be worth up to $3 million today? That's right, a single penny could be the key to financial freedom. Now, before you roll your eyes thinking this sounds too good to be true, let me share a shocking fact. Millions of Americans have rare coins sitting in their homes right now and don't even realize it. Could you be one of them? Here's the scary part. If you don't know what to look for, you could accidentally spend this life-changing coin on a soda or lose it in the laundry. Yes, the stakes are that high. So stick around because, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what makes this 1961 D penny so valuable, how to spot one, and why this coin's market value is skyrocketing today. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. First, let's set the stage. The 1961 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial series. At first glance, it's just another penny, but here's where the story takes a twist. Due to minting errors and rare production quirks, some of these coins became incredibly valuable. Now, if you're wondering how a quirk can make a coin worth millions, think of it this way: a typo on a collectible baseball card can make it priceless. The same idea applies here. And let's be honest, who wouldn't love a minting mistake if it makes you a millionaire? But what exactly makes this penny so special? Is it just a fluke, or is there a hidden treasure lurking in plain sight? We'll get to that in a moment. Point one: key feature to look for is what's called a double die error. On some 1961 D pennies, the lettering appears doubled, like someone accidentally pressed copy and paste on the minting machine. This mistake is pure gold for collectors. Another rarity is the coin's pristine condition. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher, that's collector speak for near perfect, can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. In fact, one 1961 D penny in mint condition recently sold for over $3 million. Here's the kicker: these coins could be hiding in your change jar, tucked away in an old piggy bank, or even lying unnoticed in a junk drawer. The question is, will you recognize it when you see it? The demand for rare coins is hotter than ever, and the market is flooded with eager collectors willing to pay top dollar for these rare finds. But the window of opportunity is closing fast. As more people become aware of these treasures, competition is rising, and prices may never be this high again. Quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? If you're like most people, the answer is probably never. Let's change that right now. Here's what you need to do: grab a magnifying glass and inspect every 1961 D penny you can find. Look for doubling in the letters, numbers, or mint mark. Check the coin's condition: is it scratched up or shiny and clean? Once you've identified a potential gem, get it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. But wait, there's one more crucial detail that could mean the difference between a valuable penny and just another coin. And it's something most people overlook entirely. The truth is, opportunities like this don't come along every day. The 1961 D penny is a reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible value, if you know where to look. Imagine what your life could look like with an extra $3 million in your pocket. So, what are you waiting for? That penny jar isn't going to check itself. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Imagine this: you're rummaging through a dusty drawer, and you stumble upon an ordinary-looking penny. Nothing special, right? But what if I told you that this tiny coin could be worth up to $3 million? Yes, $3 million, enough to transform your life, pay off your mortgage, or even retire early. But here's the kicker: if you don't know what to look for, you could unknowingly toss away a fortune. That 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be sitting in your pocket change as we speak. Stay with me, because I'm about to show you what makes this coin so valuable and how you can turn it into life-changing wealth. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's dive into the story behind this rare coin, because every million-dollar treasure has a fascinating tale. In 1967, the U.S. Mint was in a bit of a frenzy. They stopped putting mint marks on coins that year to prevent coin hoarding. Sounds innocent enough, right? But little did they know, they were creating one of the most sought-after pennies in history. Now, here's the question you should be asking: why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Great question. And the answer lies in the coin's condition, its rarity, and, brace yourself, the errors that make it unique. Wait, errors? Aren't errors supposed to ruin something's value? Not in the world of coins. In this game, mistakes are worth gold, or in this case, millions of dollars. If your 1967 Lincoln penny has no mint mark, it's already special. But if it also boasts a rare error, like a doubled die, off-center strike, or a misprint, collectors will pay big to add it to their collection. Think about it, you might be holding onto a coin that's been passed down in your family or hiding in an old jar. If you don't check it now, you could miss your shot at a fortune. Can you imagine the regret of finding out later that you had $1 million coin and didn't know it? But hold on. Not every 1967 penny will make you a millionaire. So, how do you spot the ones that will? I'll reveal exactly what to look for in just a moment. Alright, here's what you need to do to unlock the value of your 1967 penny. First, check for that missing mint mark. If it's not there, you're off to a good start. Next, inspect the coin's surface. Does it have any unusual features like doubling on the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's face? Or perhaps it's missing part of the design entirely? These are the signs of an error coin worth big bucks. Now, let's talk numbers. A 1967 no mint mark penny in average condition might fetch $100 to $500, which is already impressive. But if yours is in mint state with a unique error, you could be looking at $10,000, $50,000, or even millions. Now, I know what you're thinking: wait, how do I know if my penny is the real deal? Do I need a PhD in coins for this? Not at all. You just need a magnifying glass, a little patience, and, if you're serious, an expert appraisal. Imagine holding that appraisal letter in your hands, confirming that your humble penny is worth millions. How would that feel? Freedom. Security. The chance to live the life you've always dreamed of. But don't wait too long. The market for rare coins is booming, and collectors are snatching up treasures faster than ever. This is your moment. So, what's next? In my next video, I'll show you where and how to sell your rare coins for top dollar. You won't want to miss it, because what's the point of discovering a treasure if you don't know how to cash it in? Before you go, grab your loose change and start inspecting those 1967 pennies. If you find one, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single tip on turning your old coins into a new fortune. Pennies from the back of your closet, sorting through them, and suddenly realizing one of them could be worth a staggering $2.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.8 million for a single penny. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But what if I told you that it's not only possible, but that one such penny might be sitting in your change jar right now? Take a moment. When was the last time you checked the dates on your pennies? Let me guess, probably never, right? Well, after this video, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. If you've ever felt like life could use a financial windfall or dreamed of breaking free from the grind to live a wealthy lifestyle, this video is your wake-up call. Today, we'll uncover the hidden value of the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny, what makes it so special, and how you can find out if you have one of these life-changing coins. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but not all pennies were created equal. Some of them lack a mint mark, meaning they weren't stamped with the letter that indicates where they were made. At first glance, a no mint mark penny might seem ordinary, like any other coin in your pocket, but here's the twist: certain no mint mark pennies were produced under unique circumstances that make them exceedingly rare. The value comes down to rarity and demand. A 1973 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, in pristine condition, recently sparked a bidding frenzy. Wealthy collectors, hungry for rare finds, were willing to pay up to $2.8 million for one of these coins. That's not a typo. But what exactly sets these pennies apart from others, and how do you know if you have one? Let's dive in. First, check the date. 1973. Then, look for the absence of a mint mark underneath the date. This detail alone could mean your penny is worth something. But don't get too excited yet, condition matters. A penny with scratches or wear won't fetch millions, but one in pristine, uncirculated condition might, and no, trying to polish it with your shirt sleeve won't make it pristine. Trust me, it'll only make the experts cringe. So, you might be thinking, alright, I've got a 1973 penny, now what? Before you rush to sell it, there's something crucial you need to know that could make or break your payday. Stick around, and I'll reveal it. Here's the kicker, not every 1973 no mint mark penny is worth millions. Counterfeits exist, and the market is full of scams. This is where professional grading comes into play. Coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, will authenticate and grade your penny, giving you a certificate that can skyrocket its value. Without this, even the rarest penny will be hard to sell. Collectors are actively hunting for these coins as we speak, but the market can change quickly. Today, that $2.8 million bid might exist, tomorrow, it could be gone. The window of opportunity is now. Here's a wild thought. What would you do with $2.8 million? Buy your dream house? Retire early? Or maybe never look at another penny again, but before you start daydreaming, you need to know one more critical piece of information. This could mean the difference between cashing in big and walking away empty-handed. The most valuable 1973 no mint mark pennies are often found in old rolls of coins or inherited collections. If you have access to these, it's time to act. Start your hunt today, and who knows? Your next penny might just change your life. Here's the kicker, this isn't just a fairy tale. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny is real, and one lucky person could already have it sitting in their coin jar right now. Maybe it's you. But here's the catch, most people overlook this coin entirely. Don't let that person be you. Today, I'm not just going to tell you why this penny is so valuable, but how to identify it, what makes it unique, and, most importantly, how to cash in. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end because I'm revealing the exact details that could mean the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a fortune worth millions. To understand why the 1982 no mint mark penny is worth so much, let's start with a quick backstory. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from producing pennies made of solid copper to a cheaper copper-plated zinc material. This was a game-changer for coin collectors, but during this transition, something strange happened. A small batch of pennies was accidentally struck without a mint mark, no D for Denver, no P for Philadelphia, nothing. These weren't supposed to exist, but they do. And that rarity is why collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts for them. Quick question, have you ever held on to an old coin just because it looked different? You're not alone. The truth is, millions of Americans have rare coins sitting in their homes, but most never take the time to check. So here's my advice, after watching this video, grab your pennies, and start searching. And a word of caution, don't clean your coins. Cleaning them can actually destroy their value. Yes, even if they're caked in dirt. Let the experts handle that. You'd be amazed how much collectors will pay for an untouched coin in its original condition. By the way, if you're thinking, oh, come on, this can't be real, let me share this. In 2017, a man found a rare penny in his late father's collection. He thought it was just pocket change until he had it appraised. That penny sold at auction for over $2 million. Imagine the conversation at family dinner after that. Hey mom, guess what? I just paid off everyone's mortgage, with a penny. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, how to tell if your 1982 penny is the one. First, look for the date. It must read 1982. Second, check the area below the year. If there's no mint mark, you might have something special, but here's the twist, there are fake 1982 no mint mark pennies circulating. That's why professional grading is essential. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can confirm if your penny is genuine and determine its value. So what happens if you find this coin? Well, the demand for rare pennies has skyrocketed in recent years. At auctions, these coins have sold for up to $2.6 million, and the bidding wars are fierce, but here's the thing, there's a critical detail about this coin that could make or break its value. I'm talking about a unique characteristic that only the rarest 1982 no-mint mark pennies have. And it's something even experienced collectors sometimes miss. Want to know what it is? You'll find that answer in the description below, where I've linked to a resource that breaks it all down. Don't wait. Your $1,000,000 penny could be waiting for you right now. Remember, opportunities like this don't knock twice. So, what's stopping you from turning spare change into life-changing wealth? Start searching today, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next success story. Today, we're diving into a story that could change your life. Imagine stumbling across a simple penny, something so ordinary you'd never give it a second thought, and learning it's worth up to $2.30 million. That's right. Somewhere out there, someone's sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Could it be you? Stay with me, because I'm going to reveal exactly what makes the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special, how to spot it, and why time might be running out to cash in on this rare treasure. Quick question, when's the last time you actually checked the coins in your pocket or jar? Probably never, right? Don't worry, you're not alone. But if you knew a tiny oversight could cost you millions, would you think twice? Hold that thought. Let's uncover the mystery behind this penny. Trust me, this is one story you won't want to miss. Our tale begins with the humble Lincoln penny. First minted in 1909, it was a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. But as with anything mass-produced, mistakes happen. Enter the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has left collectors and experts stunned. Here's what makes this coin so extraordinary. In 1984, most pennies were minted in Denver, marked with a D, or Philadelphia, marked with no mint mark at all, but this was standard. However, a small batch of pennies was struck with significant errors that catapulted their value to astronomical heights. These errors can include double die, obverse designs, or other striking mishaps. What does this mean? If you look closely, you might notice doubling on the lettering, Lincoln's profile, or other design elements. Now, let's pause for a second. Who in their right mind would stare at a penny with a magnifying glass? Well, I've got news for you, those who've done it have struck gold. Literally, one of these pennies was sold for over $2.3 million at auction. Yes, millions. That's not just loose change, that's a life-changing fortune. Imagine what you could do with that money. Pay off debts. Buy your dream house. Travel the world. But here's the kicker, there are still more of these pennies out there, hiding in plain sight. Are you starting to feel a twinge of excitement, or maybe a little fear? What if you already spent one of these valuable coins without knowing it? Stick with me, because I'm about to tell you how to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's talk about how you can find out if you own one of these rare coins. First, grab your stash of pennies. Yes, even that dusty jar tucked away in the corner of your closet. Inspect every 1984 penny you find for doubling on Lincoln's ear, the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe if you have one. The slightest imperfection could mean a massive payday. Now, I know what you're thinking, I don't have time for this, or this sounds too good to be true. But let me ask you this, if you could trade an hour of your time for potentially $2.3 million, wouldn't it be worth it? Here's the urgency. Coins like this are becoming rarer by the day as collectors snatch them up. If you don't act now, you might miss your chance forever. And wouldn't that be heartbreaking? To find out years later that you had one and let it slip away. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought, every great fortune starts with a single moment of action. This penny could be your ticket to financial freedom and a lifestyle you've only dreamed of. But you'll never know unless you look. Now, here's your next step. Hit that subscribe button because in my next video, I'll be revealing another rare penny you need to look out for, one that's even more elusive than the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Your fortune could be waiting in your own pocket. So, what are you waiting for? Go check those coins, and let me know in the comments if you find anything exciting. Until next time, happy hunting. Would you believe me if I told you a single penny, yes, a humble copper penny, could make you a millionaire? Imagine holding a fortune in the palm of your hand and not even knowing it. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1982 D Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth up to a staggering $3 million. But here's the kicker, most people don't even realize its value, and they let it slip through their fingers every single day. Could you be sitting on this gold mine without even knowing it? The year was 1982. America was transitioning from copper to zinc for pennies to save costs. But something strange happened. During this transitional period, a few rare 1982 pennies with the Denver Mint mark, D, were struck on copper planchets instead of zinc. These coins are nearly impossible to spot without knowing exactly what to look for, and that's what makes them so valuable today. Now, let me ask you this, how often have you found pennies in an old jar, under a couch cushion, or maybe in a dusty corner of your car? Could one of those coins be the rare 1982 D copper penny? Before you shrug it off, keep watching, because this could be the most profitable 10 minutes of your life. After all, who wouldn't want to turn a penny for your thoughts into millions in your bank account? So, how do you find this elusive penny? First, grab a magnet. No, not for your refrigerator art, but to check if your penny is copper or zinc. Copper coins won't stick to the magnet, while zinc might. Next, weigh it. A copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny comes in lighter at 2.5 grams. Now here's the twist, even if you find a penny that fits the description, it needs to be authenticated by a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC, to confirm its worth. Without that certification, you could be leaving thousands, if not millions, on the table. You're holding what looks like an ordinary penny. You've had it for years, maybe decades. But once verified, that ordinary coin becomes your ticket to financial freedom. Isn't it wild how life-changing something so small can be? But here's the shocking part, not all 1982 D pennies are valuable, and missing just one detail could cost you millions. I'll explain in just a second, so keep watching. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it's smarter to buy a lottery ticket or to check your old coin jar? Spoiler alert, it's not the lottery ticket. Here's the truth, the value of a coin isn't just about its rarity. Condition matters, a lot. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they're in near-perfect condition, fetch the highest prices. The record-breaking 1982 D Lincoln penny sold for $18,800, but experts believe one in pristine condition could go for up to $3 million in today's market. Why? Because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for history and perfection. It's not just a penny, it's a piece of American history, minted during a pivotal moment of economic change. But here's the catch, the window of opportunity to cash in on coins like this won't stay open forever. As more people discover these hidden treasures, their value might start to dip. So, what are you going to do with this information? Sit on it, or take action and secure your future. Right now, you could be one coin away from changing your life. Go through your change jars, your old piggy banks, even that junk drawer in your kitchen. Check every 1982 D penny you find, and if you think you have one, get it authenticated immediately. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket, and realizing it could make you a millionaire. Sounds impossible, right? What if I told you one specific 1987 D Lincoln penny sold for up to $2.8 million? Yes, million. Are you holding the key to financial freedom and don't even know it? Stick around, because in this video, I'll show you exactly what makes this penny so valuable, the critical details to look for, and why collectors are ready to pay a fortune. And spoiler alert, if you've ever casually tossed a penny into a tip jar, you might want to sit down for this. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 D penny. Millions of these were minted, but here's where it gets interesting. only a tiny fraction have unique errors that turn them into gold mines for collectors. Fear. Many people overlook these mistake coins and unknowingly throw away their chance at life-changing wealth. But you won't. Excitement. Imagine walking into a pawn shop with an ordinary-looking penny, only to discover it's worth more than your car, or even your house. Now, what exactly are you looking for? First, the mint mark. The D below the date signifies it was minted in Denver. Without it, your penny's just another coin. Second, errors or flaws. Some pennies have double die obverse, which means the lettering or Lincoln's profile appears doubled when viewed closely. These are jackpot finds. Double-checking your pennies with a magnifying glass might feel a bit Sherlock Holmes-ish, but hey, if it works, it works. Still with me? Great, because this next part could make or break your search. What's the one detail that can instantly multiply the value of your penny by millions? I'll tell you in just a moment. Here's the game changer: pristine condition. Collectors pay premiums for coins that look like they were just minted yesterday. If your 1987 D penny is free of scratches and discoloration, its value skyrockets. Combine that with a rare error, and congratulations, you've hit the jackpot. Urgency. But here's the thing, the market is unpredictable. Demand for these coins is at an all-time high right now, but it won't last forever. Every day you wait is a missed opportunity. Excitement. Picture yourself selling that one penny for $2.8 million. What would you do with the money? Pay off your mortgage? Retire early? Take that dream vacation? Or maybe, finally buy a car where the windows actually work? Just saying, before you start digging through your change jar, here's one critical warning. There's a huge mistake most people make when trying to sell their coins, and it could cost you thousands, if not millions. Don't let that be you. Hit that subscribe button and check out my next video, where I reveal the biggest pitfalls to avoid and how to cash in on your valuable coins the right way. 1992 D. Lincoln Penny. Most people pass over pennies every day, dismissing them as worthless, but one of these rare coins recently sold for an astounding $2.5 million. What if I told you it could be hiding in your pocket, your junk drawer, or even that old jar in your garage? Do you know what makes this coin worth millions? And, more importantly, could you be the lucky owner? Stick around, because I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. By the end of this video, you'll know if you're sitting on a fortune, or if you've been overlooking life-changing wealth this entire time. Let's get straight to it. The 1992 D. Lincoln Penny isn't just any ordinary coin. This tiny piece of copper became a treasure due to one tiny but incredibly significant mistake: a minting error. Specifically, the design on the back, the reverse, has a close AM variety. It's subtle, but this one detail is what sets the million-dollar coins apart from the rest. And here's the kicker: most people have no idea about it. Think about it. We've all had that one annoying friend who tells us, "Keep your pennies. They're lucky." Turns out they might have been onto something, just not in the way they thought. But here's where the fear kicks in: what if you did have one of these rare coins, but you spent it without knowing? Imagine losing a chance at $2.5 million over a coffee or a pack of gum. Painful, right? This is why you need to know how to identify this coin. Before I show you exactly how to spot this treasure, let's take a quick trip back in time to uncover why this mistake even happened. Trust me, this backstory will blow your mind. In 1992, the U.S. Mint made an update to the Lincoln penny design. Most coins from that year were struck with a gap between the A and the M in America. But a small batch of pennies, either by accident or oversight, used an older design with a close AM. This tiny variation, visible only under close inspection, became the golden ticket for coin collectors. These rare coins weren't discovered until years later, meaning they've been circulating undetected for decades. And here's the exciting part: these pennies were minted in Denver, Colorado, and millions were produced. So, there's a good chance they made their way into circulation all across the country. That means one could be sitting in your change jar right now. Seriously, when was the last time you even looked at your pennies? They've been quietly waiting for you to notice them, like the introvert at a party holding the winning lottery ticket. Alright, it's time to grab your pennies and start hunting. Here's what you're looking for. On the back of the 1992 D penny, check the word America. If the A and M are almost touching, congratulations, you've hit the jackpot. But wait, don't go rushing to sell just yet. Here's where many people make costly mistakes that could turn $1 million penny into a disappointing sale. I'll explain what you must do to protect your coin's value in just a moment. First, let's talk about authenticity. To confirm your coin's value, you'll need to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This process can make the difference between a coin valued at a few $100s and one worth millions. And here's the urgency: as more people discover these coins, the market is getting competitive. Don't wait too long, or you might miss your chance to cash in. Now, I want you to do two things. First, go through every penny you own, your pockets, jars, and anywhere else they might be hiding. Second, subscribe to this channel for more tips on finding valuable coins that could transform your life. You don't want to miss the next video where I reveal another penny that sold for over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, another one. Did you know the penny in your pocket could make you a millionaire? Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that a 1993 D Lincoln penny recently made headlines for being valued at an unbelievable $2.4 million? Yes, you heard that right, $2.4 million for a coin that might be hiding in your drawer or jar of spare change right now. Before you start digging through your change, let's pause for a second. What makes this penny so valuable? And more importantly, could you be holding one of these treasures? Stick around, because I'm about to uncover everything you need to know. You won't believe the twist at the end. Let's rewind to 1993. A time when gas was just over $1, and Jurassic Park was roaring through theaters. In Denver, millions of pennies were minted, but not all pennies are created equal. Do you think it's possible for a penny to accidentally print with two heads? Or maybe no Lincoln at all? Well, mistakes like these, minting errors, are precisely what make some coins worth millions today. The 1993 D Lincoln penny became a superstar because of one of these rare minting errors. It's believed that a small batch of these pennies was struck using the wrong die, creating an error that collectors go absolutely wild for. Imagine a small, almost invisible detail, like a tiny double strike on the date or a misplaced mint mark, being the difference between 1 cent and $2 million. Now think about this: every year, thousands of Americans unknowingly spend these rare coins at grocery stores, gas stations, or vending machines. Some even throw them into piggy banks, not realizing they're sitting on a fortune. What if that's you? So, how do you find out if your penny is the penny? First, grab a magnifying glass, or better yet, a smartphone camera with zoom. Look closely at the mint mark, the date, and any unusual details. Coins with errors or unique characteristics, like doubling, an off-center strike, or a missing letter, can skyrocket in value. But here's the catch: not all errors are created equal. Some pennies might only fetch $50 or $100, while others can hit millions. How do you know which one you have? Don't worry, I'm going to reveal exactly what to look for and how to get your coin appraised. But first, let's talk about something even more shocking. By the way, don't go trying to sell every shiny penny you find at Starbucks. You don't want to be that person holding up the line asking for change back in singles. Here's the golden, or should I say copper, rule: if you think you found a rare 1993 D Lincoln penny, don't wait. Reach out to a certified coin appraiser or auction house. Time is money, and in this case, time could mean millions. Imagine what $2.4 million could do for you: paying off debts, traveling the world, living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. But here's the kicker: these coins don't just lie around forever. Collectors are snapping them up fast, and the window to cash in might close sooner than you think. And before you go, there's one more coin from the 1990s worth even more than the 1993 D penny. Curious? Don't miss my next video, where I'll reveal another hidden treasure that could be sitting in your spare change right now. You're holding a simple penny in your hand. To most, it's worth just 1 cent. But what if I told you that one single coin, one single penny, could be worth up to $2.1 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, keep watching because today we're diving deep into the 1996 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, and trust me, you won't want to miss what we uncover. Now, I know what you're thinking: how could a penny, something so small, ever be worth millions? But, what if I told you that some of these pennies could make you a fortune? That penny sitting in your drawer, in your change jar, or buried in your couch cushions could be worth far more than you've ever imagined. Let's rewind for a second and talk about the 1996 D Lincoln penny. This penny was minted in Denver, and for most people, it's just a regular coin, right? But here's where the story gets interesting. A rare, error-stricken 1996 D Lincoln penny could be worth up to $2.1 million. Yes, you heard me right. Millions. You might be sitting on a gold mine and not even know it. Now, I can hear you thinking, yeah, sure, my coin is rare, it's probably just rare because it's old and dusty. But hold that thought. Stick around, because we're about to dive into the nitty-gritty details that can help you separate the everyday penny from the million-dollar treasure. Let's get into the juicy part: what makes this penny so special? What gives this coin its jaw-dropping value? The answer lies in a rare mistake that happened during minting. That's right, sometimes, when coins are being made, things don't go as planned. And in this case, the mistake could lead to a serious payday. The 1996 D Lincoln penny error involves something called double die. It's a minting flaw where the design on the coin gets stamped more than once, causing the image to be blurry or doubled. The doubling is typically found on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you've got a penny with this error, congratulations, you've got a coin that could skyrocket in value. Now, here's the thing: these error pennies are incredibly rare, and the market is hungry for them. That means if you find one, the clock is ticking. The window of opportunity could be closing fast. But how do you know if your coin is one of the lucky few? Let me show you how to check. Don't worry, you won't need a magnifying glass or a microscope to find out. Unless, of course, you're into becoming a full-fledged coin detective. Now that we know what to look for, let's talk about what happens if you actually find one of these rare pennies. You've got a few options: you could hold on to it and wait for the perfect buyer, or you could sell it right now for a substantial amount of cash. Here's the thing: if you've got a penny that's worth millions, time is money. The longer you wait, the more chances you give other collectors or dealers to snatch up your prize. But how do you even sell a rare penny? The truth is, you don't just go to the local pawn shop and expect top dollar. You need to find the right buyer, someone who understands the value of what you have. And getting it appraised? That's a crucial step. Don't just take my word for it. Serious buyers look for certified, authenticated coins, and that's where the professionals come in. Now, I can't stress this enough: if you've got a 1996 D Lincoln penny with that double die error, you need to act fast. There's a lot of competition for rare coins, and the market can shift quickly. The best time to sell? It's right now. Before you rush off to check your coins, hold on. What happens when you actually sell one of these rare pennies? I'm going to show you how one lucky person made millions with their 1996 D Lincoln penny. But that's a story you won't want to miss, so stay tuned until the very end. Remember I told you about a lucky individual who made millions off their 1996 D Lincoln penny? Well, here's how it happened. A collector stumbled across a 1996 D penny with the double die error. After getting it professionally authenticated, the coin sold at auction for a mind-blowing $2.1 million. Imagine that for a second. One coin, one lucky discovery, and millions in your bank account. Does it seem impossible? It's not. It's happening right now, and it could happen to you too. Now, I'm not saying you're going to become an overnight millionaire, but hey, if a penny can be worth millions, what's stopping you from finding one, right? So, what's next? If you've got a 1990-60 Lincoln penny, don't wait another second. Take the time to inspect it carefully, look for the double die error, get it authenticated, and find the right buyer. Don't let this opportunity slip away. And if you're still not sure whether your coin is worth millions, don't worry. The market for rare coins is always shifting, and with a little knowledge, you can make sure you're getting top dollar for your collection. The time to act is now, and who knows? The next millionaire could be you. So, what are you waiting for? Is your coin worth millions? Only one way to find out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more exciting tips on how to turn your old coins into cash. See you in the next one.